Hi, I'm Simon Whitby, and today I'm going to be talking you through how to install your CLUG roadie. The first thing you need to do before purchasing your CLUG is to make sure it's going to fit the size of the tyre that's fitted to your bike. To do this, you can quite simply just measure it using a piece of card, which I'll show you now. The first thing you need to do is get yourself a piece of card, a pair of scissors, and simply, if you line it over the tyre at the top, mark with a pen to the left and to the right, and then just cut that out. You can see I've already done it just for ease, and that slips over the side. Once you've got that and you're happy with the tyre measurements, measure that, and that's going to make sure that it's going to fit the CLUG roadie. What I would say is that your tyre size may say 25mm when you buy it, but depending on the rim type you've got, so here we've got the Zip 404s, that's actually going to make the profile slightly wider, so that's why it's imperative at this stage you put the tyre onto the rim that you're going to be using and you measure it correctly, because if you don't do that, you might find you'll have a loose fit and it's not going to be fitted securely to the wall. So don't worry if you've gone home, you've taken it out of the box and the first thing you've done is try to press it against your tyre and say it doesn't fit. What you need to do is mount it to the wall correctly and then press it in. That's going to give you a nice amount of force and it's going to hold it securely. So the next thing we'll look at is the installation of the CLUG itself. Simply place the bike onto the back wheel and press it against the wall. Front wheel goes in and you fine tune to where exactly you want to have it on the wall. With a pencil, mark the centre line, and then when it comes to install it, you're going to put it 50 to 75mm above. If the CLUG roadie isn't fitted above the centre line, what you'll find is when you mount the bike to the wall, the handlebars will tilt and it just won't look as nice. When it comes to bikes with deep carbon rims, you want to be mounting it to at least the upper end, so looking around about the 75mm. And all that's going to do is stop it from pinching on the rim itself and keeps it on the tyre, but also being secure to the wall. Once you've marked the correct position on the wall where you want the CLUG to be fitted, simply take your box, it's got the drilling guide, hold it up to where you've marked, make sure that the box lies flat because that's going to collect all the dust, and then drill away. Next thing you need to do after drilling your holes into the wall is to pick up the CLUG roadie and separate the clipper section off. What you'll also find in the box is the fitting kit. This is made up of 2 long screws and 2 of the toggler raw plugs. The raw plugs will be used when screwing into brick. So here's an example of the roadie. As you can see, it's mounted directly onto the drywall. We can do this or onto the stud itself. However, for this example, we're just going to be using the screws and going into the wood. I find the easiest way is to fit it onto the bit itself, making sure that the logo's uppermost. Place it over your holes, line it up, and then screw it in. So once you're happy that the clipper is correctly mounted to the wall, nice and secure, take the gripper between the finger and thumb and simply just press it home. Okay, so the final thing you're going to do now is you want to mount your bike up onto the back wheel against the wall, line up the front wheel, press it home. It's as simple as that. When it comes to the removal, just pull it and away you go. So as we mentioned at the start, the CLUG roadie limits go from 23 to 32mm. What we're quickly going to do now is have a look at those limits. So starting here, this is a 23mm road bike tyre. As you can see, the bike's nicely seated against the wall and it's secure. To remove, same as before, out, line it back up, press it back in. 23mm, still not going anywhere. Moving to the uppermost, so this is 32, it's on one of the e-bike tyres, nice and chunky. A little bit more force required, but still, take it away, line it up, and then press it home.